All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So let's dive into the top 10 altcoins to explode before Bitcoin's halving, because leading into Bitcoin's halving and after Bitcoin's halving, it drastically decreases the amount of Bitcoin that can be created, which increases demand. And we all know that Bitcoin, there's only 21 million, ever created. In circulation, there's 19.6 million right now. And so as retail starts coming back into the industry post Bitcoin's halving, we're going to see, the total two, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, start to surge. And we're seeing this happen right now in the hope stage. And I'm going to be diving into some analysis for, Bitcoin, for the total market, talking about what's happening next for Ethereum, for XRP, and then getting into some top projects that are mid cap and micro cap projects. Now, first, I want to give a quick disclaimer because yes, I do hold some of the projects that I talk about in these videos because I'm only going to talk about the stuff that I believe will do well. That doesn't mean that you should hold them. In fact, don't buy, don't sell anything we talk about on our channel. I'm not a financial advisor. Go consult your financial advisor. These videos are purely for education, information, and entertainment purposes only. And you understand that crypto's risky and you can lose all of your money in these markets. So that's why it's important to do your own research. So by liking this video and commenting 777 below, you're okay with that risk and you can take responsibility for your own investment decisions. So let's dive right in and talk about Bitcoin first to understand what is going to happen next for altcoins. And then let's dive into these projects. So you guys are going to absolutely love this video. If you appreciate alpha and analysis like this, give this video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you want to see the top altcoins first that we're the most bullish on, you can go to bullrunners.com, link in the description below. But on the left-hand side of the screen, we see the 2017 and 2018 bear market, and we saw this death cross take place on the simple moving average where the 50 moving average in blue crossed below the 200 moving average in red. And so this is a death cross. And as you can see, Bitcoin dropped from $6,600 all the way down to $3,000 after the death cross. Now, we saw something similar play out on the right-hand side of the screen for the bear market of 2022 during the whole FTX collapse, Terra Luna depegging, and then Celsius, Voyager, all these companies going bankrupt, scaring people out of the markets. Well, simultaneously, we saw a death cross where the 50 moving average in blue crossed below the 200 moving average in red, just like the last bear market. We find a bottom and then we start reversing. The 50 moving average starts coming back up, and then we see what's called a golden cross where the 50 moving average in blue crossing above the 200 moving average in red, and then the price appreciating after the golden cross. Now, what was interesting is we rallied into the golden cross back in 2019 for that summer, but when the cross took place, we saw this sideways choppy trading action for an extended period of time and then a shakeout event for COVID. So this time around, it is different knowing that Bitcoin, for the first time in history, passed the all-time high before the halving because there's institutional money coming in. However, what we did see after the cross take place was the 50 moving average stayed above the 200 moving average, even with COVID, and continued to the upside the whole entire bull run. So during a bull run, what we want to see is the 50 moving average in blue stay above the 200 moving average in red. And so with this golden cross taking place, signaling that bulls are in control right now and we're going to continue to the upside. Now, if we compare back to the past, what happened when we reached the all-time high, we can see something like this where there was just some choppy trading action at the all-time high, and then eventually we blasted way beyond that before we saw a major pullback. So for people to think that the markets are frothy right now or that markets are overvalued because Bitcoin is upwards of $70,000, they're only looking at one chart, and that's Bitcoin. So now we need to compare to other charts on when Bitcoin could have a pullback and when that liquidity is going to flow into the altcoin market. So we look at total two. This is the entire market excluding Bitcoin and compared to the last bull run, because when we saw that rally from 2019, we came up to this neckline of roughly 125 to like $130 billion, and we got rejected from this neckline, and we struggled to break above it until July of 2020. Now, if we look at 2023, and we see in August of 2022, we can see this neckline right here. We struggled to break above it until we broke it in December of 2023, the tail end of the year, and we saw a 17% correction to the downside, some choppy trading action before we blasted off, and now we're at $1.2 trillion. And if you watched any of my previous videos, I broke this down for you in detail where I talked about the disbelief rally taking place right here before we go into hope. So we are going into hope right now. And the hope rally is where people start believing that a recovery is possible, but this is the beginning stages before retail starts coming back into the industry full-fledged is when we get into belief that people know that we're in a bull run, and then retail starts diving in. As you can see in the last bull run, when we broke this neckline, we saw a 27% correction to the downside and sideways trading action for its extended period of time. Then we broke out and we just saw this little bit of choppiness right here where the markets would drop 20%, then rally back up, then drop another 15%, then rally back up. And we continuously grinded upwards as Bitcoin was passing the all-time high. So we're at this phase right now where we've broken through the resistance. We're also about to reach a golden cross as well too on the weekly chart. You can see the last time that we saw a golden cross take place, we went absolutely parabolic after this 27% correction. So sure, there could be some sideways choppy trading action of 10, 15, 20, maybe 30% where your portfolio fluctuates if you're holding altcoins right now by like 10 to 40%, but as you can see in the past, when we broke through these previous resistance levels of the complacency stage, we went absolutely parabolic and went from like $200 to $300 billion in market cap, blasting through the all-time high. And we went all the way upwards of $1.5 trillion in market cap before seeing a much deeper correction. And then the final blow off top for the altcoin market. And so that is what's most likely coming next for the altcoin market. And when we pass the all-time high, it's going to be no slowing down to the upside. So how the liquidity works in this market to position yourself properly so you can make the most amount of money possible is you have to understand when those rotations take place. So right now, there's a rotation happening into Ethereum. And Ethereum right now is sitting at $3,800, getting close to breaking the all-time high. Now we see some similarities to the past cycle that you can see with these arrows right here. And I also have the moving averages, the simple moving averages on the chart with the 50 and the 200. When we saw the bear market kick in and we saw this complacency stage bounce back in May of 2018, we came back up to retest the 50 moving average at about $750 and we got rejected from it, traded to the downside. And then we saw this death cross take place, just like on Bitcoin, where the 50 moving average crossed below the 200 moving average as we are in a downtrend to form the bottom. Then we saw Ethereum rally back up to about $350, get rejected from the resistance right here, which was support back in April of 2018, and then sideways choppy trading action until a golden cross took place. Once a golden cross took place, this was after COVID, then we saw a breakout happen above the resistance. We held it as support for an extended period of time, and then we just continuously marched up with the rest of the market to pass the all-time high. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, it's not identical, but it's very, very similar. When the top was in and the bear market kicked in, we saw this drop, a dead cat bounce up to the 50 moving average for the complacency stage, just like what happened back here in May of 2018. Then we dropped off a shelf. Simultaneously, we saw a death cross happen where the 50 moving average crossed below the 200 moving average. We formed a bottom. We came back up to retest this neckline, which was support in January of 2022, just like we came back up in 2019 to test this neckline, which was support from April of 2018. We struggled to break it for an extended period of time. This was the whole accumulation phase. And then in October of 2023, we saw a golden cross where the 50 moving average in blue crossed above the 200 moving average in red. We broke the neckline. We held it as support, and now we're continuously marching to the upside back to the all-time high. Now, these charts aren't 100% similar, but like twins, they rhyme, and they look very, very similar to where it's hard to tell them apart. So when you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see when we passed the all-time high, it was somewhat choppy, but we continuously marched up for Ethereum until we reached, about $4,400, saw a sell-off down to $1,600, and a final blow-off top for $4,800. And so once we get up here, this is where we start laddering out of the market. And instead of just waiting for the exact top to time it, we start laddering out of our positions. But right now, while Bitcoin stays above its all-time high and continuously marches higher, Ethereum is still 26% away from the all-time high. So in terms of a large market cap trade right now that makes the most sense other than Bitcoin, well, Ethereum would be the first one on that list because there's potential talks of there being an Ethereum ETF. Now, it's not confirmed or denied yet, but just like the Bitcoin ETF, large VCs, venture capital funds, market makers, and early majority investors are buying up Ethereum right now. Then when Ethereum passes the all-time high and starts marching upwards of, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and $8,000, and we're into the later stage of this bull run, we see that capital rotation into other large cap, mid caps, and then eventually micro cap projects towards the end of this bull run. So the real key here is to position yourself into the top large cap, mid cap, in microcap plays before that liquidity rotation takes place. So one large cap that I think is going to do very, very well and see a large amount of that liquidity flow into is Solana. And the main reason why is because as Ethereum becomes more popular and Ethereum's price rises, so do the gas fees. So as retail comes into the market and they're trying to swap $500 for, an altcoin, and they see that the gas fee is $500, then they won't be able to afford it. So it becomes a whale's game at that point. So they look for other blockchains. And Solana is one of those blockchains that has very low fees, relatively fast transaction speed, and also the price looks great and the chart looks great. Now, it is a little bit higher than I would be entering in right now. I'm giving this as an example. So again, don't buy, don't sell any of these projects. Watch this for example purposes only, but add this to your star list because we're going to be diving into other mid-cap and low-cap projects in this video and on this channel that are on these blockchains that I believe will do well. So I was accumulating Solana down at $8, all the way to back down here, in like December of 2022 at the bottom of the market with Bitcoin at $16,700. I'm not accumulating more Solana right now at $167. I'm holding my position in Solana towards the later stage of this bull run, but we saw a golden cross take place on the daily where the 50 moving average crossed above the 200. The bulls are in full control right now, and we're off from the all-time high, where the all-time high is about $261. So I think Solana will continuously march up towards the all-time high. We're going to see some volatility along the way, but when Solana breaks the all-time high, I don't see why we shouldn't see like a 300, 500, maybe even up to $1,000 Solana this bull run cycle. So this is where capital is rotating to right now because people are just sick and tired of Ethereum gas fees. Now, another large cap that I think is drastically undervalued in terms of the utility that they bring to the table, the partnerships, and just the project in general is XRP. We've been talking about it continuously, but the chart is looking like it's gearing up for a massive breakout. Now, it's been looking like this for a while, but as XRP continuously trends upwards in this bullish channel, it needs to hold this support zone at about 57 cents. You guys can see that it acted as resistance during the last bull run where it struggled to break above this zone, wicked above it, but the candle body close was like right at, 60 something cents. Back in December, lawsuit hit, struggled to break it as resistance. And once it broke it as resistance, rallied almost up to $2. But XRP's bull run was cut short because there was just too much uncertainty around how the lawsuit would go. So that doesn't give large investors confidence to push the price past the all-time high. And so on the complacency stage bounce, we see the support come back down here. We form a high at $1.30 to $1.40, which would be the next resistance range that XRP would run to and face some resistance in for those early investors that'd be looking to take profit through here. But as we go into full-fledged bull run, the next target is $1.90 to $2, and then beyond that is really the all-time high. And so right now with us sitting at 67 cents, I think XRP is another great large cap play because during the last bull run, you guys saw when there was a death cross on the weekly where the 50 crossed below the 200, we were at about 18 cents and we were continuously trending downwards to the bottom of COVID for like 9 cents. And then we started rallying out of here. Once we saw a golden cross take place, that's where the top came in relatively quickly around that time period and XRP surged up. So what are we seeing right now? Well, we saw a death cross take place as we were forming a bottom. And right now the 50 moving average is trending upwards, whereas the 200 moving average is getting closer to the 50. So we're about to see potentially another golden cross take place. And within a matter of weeks leading into Bitcoin's halving or post Bitcoin's halving, I would expect a surge for XRP to push XRP's price potentially upwards of $1.30, $1.40, maybe even to the high of 2021, maybe even to the all-time high. But when a surge happens for XRP, it's going to happen quick. For people think this project is done, it's over, it's a scam project. That is not true. Don't listen to them, guys. XRP is actually one of the best large caps in this space. Otherwise, it still wouldn't be in the top 10. It held the top 10 ranking on CoinMarketCap.com all through the entire lawsuit. So there's a lot of capital behind this project. And for people to think it's too large of a market cap to hold, well, $36 billion is nothing in the grand scale of how quickly companies like NVIDIA can go over $2 trillion in a matter of like a week or a month. So when you do some digging and you watch the previous videos on this channel, you'll see the partnerships that Ripple has as a company that are going to be leveraging XRP for cross-border liquidity. Now, there's 3 other main sectors in crypto that I want to talk about. That's specifically, gaming, metaverse-based projects, artificial intelligence, and meme coins. And so when we look at top metaverse tokens, with Facebook changing their name to Meta, the metaverse projects are making a comeback that are positioning themselves in the virtual reality, augmented reality, and gaming space with Apple's new headset coming out. And so the market cap is about $40 billion right now. We could see all these top projects, at the top of the list having $6 billion market cap, Render at $4 billion, Stacks at $4 billion, Theta at 3 billion. And further down the list is where we're going to get those 50 to 100x gains. And one of the top low cap Metaverse Launchpad projects that's making a resurgence right now is Firestarter or Flame. It's sitting at 12 cents. The market cap is really, really low right now, guys, on this one. It's at $8 million. So if you add this one to your watch list, we can see that it's been trending upwards since the beginning of this year, for about 5 cents, and it's working its way up right now. And when we click on the past month, it's been in a uptrend ever since actually October of 2023, sitting at 2 cents. So the chart's looking great. We recently just saw a resurgence in price. So this is what we look for on these charts. We see, what's happening here. And it looks like this project is being revived by the team. And if we click on all and we look at the all-time high during the last bull run, this project reached $3.25 at the peak of the bull run. And because it launched in CoinMarketCap at the later stage of the bull run, it saw a massive amount of liquidity flow in because the metaverse was hot, everyone was excited, and then the bear market destroyed every single project. So every project basically died, even Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. They all saw massive sell-offs during the bear market. So when I look at a chart like this, I don't get scared. What I look for is within the past month to see what's happening. I look at the market cap. I also look at the max supply. There's only 100 million Flame tokens, and the circulating supply is 63 million of those. So 63% is in circulation. The fully diluted market cap is only at 12 million, so it's not that far off from $8 million. If we click on market, Flame token is listed on KuCoin and QuickSwap, and then also Ascend EX on BitMax. Now, if we go to their website, firestarter.fi, you can see that they are a launchpad for initial Metaverse gaming offerings. Also, you can see right here the ArtFi whitelist along with the buy Flame tokens link. So if we click on ArtFi, we can see registration closes on the 20th. So in a few days from right now, and you can see a description about the whole entire project, what ArtFi is, and notable milestones and achievements for their whole ecosystem. If we scroll down here, we can see upcoming projects. They're going to be launching Matera and then MetaMovers. And then if we scroll down even further, we can see all of the completed projects right here. So how it works is really simple. They say you buy Flame on either KuCoin or QuickSwap, you lock your Flame and get access to their upcoming IMOs, initial metaverse offerings on Firestarter. And then you earn Flame tokens up to 800% APY and Flame rewards by staking your LP tokens. So they're going to be facilitating early stage funding of top metaverse projects for crypto investors to get early allocations, and also projects that want to launch through their Launchpad could simply just apply here on their website. So right here, it shows the Firestarter tiers and access to initial metaverse offerings, where it's light, spark, smoke, fire, and flame. I think that's pretty cool. The flame power requirements is light is 500 tokens, spark 2,500, smoke is 25,000, fire is 50,000, and then flame is 125,000 tokens. And then you simply get higher allocation multiples per tier the more tokens that you hold. And you get more lottery tickets too, which gives you a higher chance to win different IMO launch prizes. And for guaranteed allocation, they say top 100 on the Flame leaderboard and higher holders are qualified for guaranteed allocation. The amount depends on your tier. So if you click leaderboard at the top of the website and you just scroll down, we can see the top 25 wallets right here, their Flame power, and then the tier that they have, the allocation multiple. The access tickets is guaranteed. So they're gamifying the whole experience for those to be able to climb up the leaderboard. They show that they're partnered with Polygon, Parsec, BlockPass, QuantStamp, KuCoin, Chainlink, Satoshi Bets, QuickSwap, and CoinGecko as well. Now, all the way at the bottom of the website beneath the FAQs, you can see the security by QuantStamp. So if we open that up, QuantStamp has done 221 public reports, 750 plus total projects to date. And if we pull up the report right here, it showed that they had 23 total issues and all 23 of them were resolved. And also, if we pull up Certic, we can see that they got a 71.34 out of 100. The community is 94, the market 75, governance 85, operations 91. Now fundamentals was 36 and code was 64, but they were part of the top 35 percentile. And they can also improve on this as well too for Certic to increase their score. So for Flame to still be below a $10 million market cap, I think this project has the potential to absolutely fly this bull run. Now the next project on the list is one that's launching very, very soon, and that's LandRocker. Now what I'll do is I'll leave a link below this video to a full detailed 17-minute video that I did breaking down this entire project from start to finish so you guys can see the potential of this project, because it's launching at a $1.5 million initial market cap, and comparing to other GameFi competitors in the metaverse, play to earn gaming, NFT, gaming space, they're ranging anywhere from $30 million to $150 million. So to launch at a $1.5 million market cap, especially when we're going into the biggest bull run, arguably of all time, I think this game could absolutely crush it. They're launching on Matic, Polygon, which is another big chain. And if you guys go through the link below, yes, that is our affiliate link, but it's cool because they add in an achievement and an inventory tab as well too, for those of you guys that do want to share this project. So they have an affiliate option, they have a referral option, they have a different leaderboards, they have the ability for you to test out the game. They have a light version, a a pro version, and they're an official partner of Immutable X, which is the largest gaming project in the world in the gaming category on crypto. And so I think this project could do very, very well. You know, they're on Matic, USDC, USDT, DAI to participate in the launch, or on Ethereum as well too. And then as soon as you connect your wallet, you can switch over to Ethereum if you want to participate in their launch, or you could do it on the Polygon network. Then you just choose the amount of LRT that you want, whether you're paying in Ethereum or in Matic, and you simply click the button on the page, and you're getting access right now for 0.0009. They're listing at 0.001. So I'm actually really excited to see this game come out and see how this project does, because they have the rovers coming soon, the different material, the fuels. The LRT is what you're going to use in-game, so it's the in-game currency to buy fuels to fly around to different planets to be able to mine for different resources and rewards with your rover. So even though I'm a little bit past my gaming days, I don't play games as much as I used to, I could see them garnering a massive community for this. So check it out in the description below, guys, along with the Matic Bridge tutorial. And then also you'll see bullrunners.com, so you can subscribe to our daily video newsletter. Now the next altcoin on the list is TokenFi. This project is sitting at 0.074 with a $74 million market cap, so still below $100 million market cap. When I click on all on the charts, it's been trending upwards. We saw it recently break to 9 cents, and it's consolidating right now. So the next leg up for this market would be contributed to what's happening in the meme coin space, because this is the token for the Floki ecosystem, and Floki is the $2.5 billion market cap. And so with this sitting at 74 million created by the same team, you know, this project I think will do well this bull run just for that fact alone. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. It's also on the Ethereum blockchain. If you click on market, it's on Bybit, KuCoin, Gate.io, PancakeSwap, Uniswap, BingX, MEXC, among tons of other exchanges. And so if there's any major exchange listing next, like Binance or Coinbase, that could drive massive liquidity for this project. And the main utility of TokenFi is to give users all they need to create a token or tokenize real world assets. And so they have a head start right now on like Larry Fink and all these guys getting into the real world asset tokenization space. And the tokenization of real world asset market is projected to be a $16 trillion industry, guys, by 2030. And so over the next 7 years, they got like a 7-year head start. A lot of these real world asset companies are going to be launching in 2030. And so over the next 7 years, you know, this project has underneath $100 million market cap, and 16 trillion is expected to flow into that industry. What do you think they could do? So they offer a variety of solutions like the TokenFi token launcher, where you can launch your own ERC20 or a BEP20 compliant token like Floki, for example, without touching a line of code. And so there's generative AI for NFTs. So this is going to put a lot of artists out of business, which sucks for artists, but it's great for creators to be able to create an entire NFT collection in a matter of minutes rather than waiting months. And TokenFi Connect, it allows users to directly and seamlessly connect with key players. This is coming soon. So you guys can check out their Telegram, their Discord. And the coolest thing about this, in my opinion, is they're going to be adding a referral program that's coming soon, where the TokenFi referral program allows you to earn a percentage of fees when you refer people and they use the protocol. They also allocate 5% of the TokenFi token supply towards a user incentive program aimed at boosting adoption. So like I've said in previous videos, every successful company needs a referral program. There's nothing wrong with referring to be able to earn rewards for your hard work, especially if you're creating content, you know, like an influencer, or you're writing blog posts, or you're promoting on social media. That's how you grow a company. Look at the largest company in the world, one of them, Amazon.com. How did they grow? Amazon Associates program. So when you guys go through our referral links in the description below, that helps support videos like this, and you could do the same thing too. So why not? Because I think it's a genius incentivization model to get people to share, because it spreads through word of mouth. So in terms of token distribution, you know, 5% for their incentive program, 7% for new token staking pool, 22% goes into treasury, 10% liquidity pool, and staking pools is 56%. So in terms of their roadmap, the token launcher MVP, then their Launchpad, then the quick launch bot, and then staking. Now, the big key here that we look for to see how credible these projects are is the audit by industry leaders like Certic. So we can see TokenFi and Certic, it gets an 85.9. It's a part of the top 10 percentile. It just only lacks a little bit in fundamentals at 55.98. But the coolest thing is they can improve on these scores over time, and they can keep submitting back to Certic, which I expect them to do, because operations is 89.75, governance is 92, market is 93, community is 89, and code is 92. And because this project is underneath the Floki ecosystem, Floki got a 91.93. So TokenFi, they're going to make sure that this project becomes successful, because that helps the whole ecosystem. And so that's why the next altcoin is Floki. This is a top tier, large cap altcoin in the meme coin space, but I think this project is just getting started, because we saw what happened with Dogecoin. We saw what happened with Shiba Inu rallying upwards of 40 billion last bull run, guys. And if there's more money and there's trillions of dollars coming in this bull run, can you imagine what's going to happen for a project like Floki being one of the large cap meme coins, only a $2.5 billion market cap? You know, right now it's right at the all-time high, just about. And once it breaches the all-time high and we see liquidity flow in, this is going to be one of the premier meme coins that sees billions of dollars flowing into it. So it's on the Ethereum blockchain. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. If you click on market, it's on Binance, OKX, Gate.io, KuCoin. So a Coinbase listing is something that could propel this project even further. But what's propelling them right now is their very aggressive marketing strategy. You know, they've been featured on like MTV, they got CoinGecko, Cointelegraph, Discovery, CoinDesk, among other top publications on their side. And they say they're the people's currency, and Floki is the main utility token of the Floki ecosystem. So as you guys know, Dogecoin was created as a joke. Shiba Inu was a dog that was the most popular dog in the world. And then Elon Musk, you know, had a dog named Floki. That's a Shiba Inu. And so there's really three meme coins right now that are going to attract a lot of attention this bull run. That's Doge, that's Shiba, and that is, of course, Floki. Because when Elon Musk starts integrating Dogecoin into X payments, well, then Shiba Inu goes crazy, and then Floki will go crazy as well, too. And because Floki created TokenFi, I expect TokenFi to go crazy as well. So this is why we look for Launchpad projects like TokenFi, like collaborative partners of IMX, like LandRocker, other low cap initial game offering and initial metaverse offering projects like Firestarter that are starting to see their recovery rallies right now, so you guys can position yourself early before we go into the full-fledged belief stage, then euphoria stage of the bull run. Now, the next altcoin on the list is Tectum, and it's sitting at $34 right now with a $169 million market cap. And I made a video about Tectum when it was at about $29 that you can check out in the description below this video. And this project right now has a max supply of only 10 million tokens. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. It's listed on Uniswap, Gate.io, MEXC, BitGet, Bitmark, Bitrue, and other exchanges. And so if they get listed on Coinbase or Binance, that could be massive. And if you go to their website, they say Tectum is the world's fastest blockchain, a lightning fast distributed ledger powering the superconductive digital finance environment of the future. And so their blockchain exceeds 1 million transactions per second and provides instant event status delivery and ownership updates. And they actually proved this just recently on this video on their channel right here, saying the biggest blockchain speed test in history. Check this out.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. We will execute approximately 50,000 transactions, 50 million transactions, and see what TPS the blockchain runs at. So the transactions are currently being pushed through. That's 15 million, 20 million, 30 million transactions, 40 million transactions, 51 million transactions were pushed through. So that's 51 million transactions that were pushed through all 8 nodes, and they reached a transaction rate per second of 3.5 million transactions. So that is much higher than the transaction rate per second that we ran on our last test. This is, of course, the changes of passcodes for the soft nodes, but this demonstrates that the blockchain utilizing optimal hardware has the capacity to run at 3.5 million transactions per second. Now, up until this date, all of our public tests have only demonstrated 1.3 million transactions per second. But on the basis of optimal hardware and the soft node passcode changes, we've been able to hit 3.5 million transactions per second. So to run you through some of these metrics, you can see that the node that we've called the Bitcoin node, through that whole process, proposed 453,000 transactions per second. 450,000 transactions. The ETH node, 360,000. TRX, 280,000. Sol, 486,000. XRP, 504,000. And BNB was 493,000. And then the 9th node, APT, was slightly lower, and then a curve back up. The 7th, and a curve back up for the 8th node. So total transactions was 51 million all in all. And you can see the breakdown of the differing nodes there.
So with Tectum being that fast and having that many transactions per second compared to other blockchains, that gives them a unique selling proposition that will garner massive attention. They also have the soft note, which is the transactionless payment system for their new superconductive digital environment, the crypto wallet, where that you can instantly transfer and convert crypto for a fraction of the cost of conventional networks. And then their 3-factor authentication which is flexible, scalable, and completely secure solution for online user authentication. So on their website, they say they exceed 1 million transactions per second. And so you just saw in the test that it was over 3 million transactions per second. Whereas Phantom says they're 300K, EcoBall is 100, Avalanche is 4,500, Tron, Ripple is 1,500, IOTA is 1,500. So all the old school ones like Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin is all the way down at 7 transactions per second. That's why Bitcoin will never be a global currency to bridge liquidity. It's more of a store of value than anything else. Where projects like Tectum or other low cap and micro cap projects are striving to solve that problem. They also have the TIA AI chatbot, so they're positioning themselves within the AI industry. So underneath their categories, they're a layer 1 AI big data token under payment, scaling, mobile payment token, generative AI, and Telegram bot. So in terms of their roadmap, Q1, their TPS world record event, the Tectum SDK tools, mass adoption campaign, soft note DEX, and then EPOS system version 2. And then in progress, by Q4, they're going to be having the TIM chatbot new module and the QuanMed AI incubation. So if we scroll down here, they have some massive partners in the industry. They've also been featured on major publications. They got their blog where you can stay up to date with their newsletter as they're constantly posting updates. If we check them out on Certic, they got an 82 out of 100, and they're part of the top 35 percentile. So 93 in market, 84 in governments, 91 in operations, 64 in code, 70 in fundamentals, and 94 in community. So there's a lot more to this project. I'm just scratching the surface here. If you guys want to check it out, go watch this video that's 15 minutes long that I made on the channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. Now, the next altcoin on the list, or altcoins, I guess you could say, are underneath the AI and big data token category, because I made a video about Render, Near Protocol a while ago, BitTensor Tau. So I think all of these tokens will do well. They're all going to move together. So you could arguably like close your eyes and pick one: Near, Render, BitTensor, GRT, Theta, FET, Fetch AI, or Singularity Net, and they'll all do very well as large caps. So you can't go wrong. I think where people, go wrong is by not having any allocation in the market at all. Now, I'm not going to tell you what price to buy or what price to sell. I'm going to tell you what's happening on the charts, but I was talking about like Render back all the way at like $3 or $4, and it's at $11 right now. I was mentioning Near Protocol all the way back at like $1 or $2. GRT as well, I was mentioning a while back. Singularity Net, I was mentioning this at 5 cents. It's at $1.25 right now. So, it's not the best time to be entering into the large caps right now, but it's still a great time on the macro if you have patience. But some other projects that I think will do well as we get further down the list, I think Oride Chain will do well at $230 million market cap. ChainGPT is going to do well. They're at $186 million market cap. I think Veracity is going to do very well. Obviously, TokenFi is on this list. TokenFi is going to do well too. Now, one artificial intelligence project that I'm extremely bullish on this bull run is Axon DAO governance token. That's AXGT. It's sitting just shy of $100 million. It's about a $90 million market cap right now. It has a 1 billion max supply. It's sitting just shy of 60 cents on the Ethereum blockchain. It's on Uniswap and OpenOcean. They're part of the top 30 percentile on Certic. And so they're positioning themselves in the decentralized science category. And another coin that I talked about a while ago, which was Research Coin, that Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, was a co-founder of. Well, this project right here could be positioning themselves to absorb a lot of the market cap as, the science industry starts getting in here. So when we talk about companies like Polygon, Nvidia, that recently surged over a $2 trillion market cap, Gitcoin, well, Polygon is a recipient of the Polygon DAO Village DeSci grant. They're a proud member of the Nvidia Inception Accelerator program, DeSci participant in GR15 and beta rounds. They say their mission is to independently decentralize and help protect the world's health data. They're going to do this by supporting decentralized science, fairness, education, non-biased affiliations, and transparency. And they began in 2014 as a medical telecommunications startup, having built various mobile software solutions for hospitals and clinical research companies in the US. And underneath their business and technology partners, they have Hewlett Packard Enterprise, Boston Labs, TensorFlow, Cerebras, and a few others. The chart's in a healthy uptrend right now. It's its first bull run. They have a 99 out of 99 DEX score. There's no honeypot. The contract is verified. Zero buy tax, zero sell tax. QuickTel, Token Sniffer, Go Plus, Hoppy, and honeypot all checks out, except for one thing saying that the tax is modifiable. So that's the thing that they need to fix as a company. The only concerns they have for this project is that the fully diluted, though, is at 597 million, and the market cap is 90 million. So that's a little large of a spread. Also, if we look at the token contract and we see that there's 12,300 holders. If we go to the holders, we can see that one wallet holds 84% of the supply. And on DEX tools, it says we haven't detected locked liquidity or supply. So the team would need to address this. But other than that, this is a project I'm definitely keeping on my watch list. Now, the final altcoin or altcoins on the list are the ISO compliant ones. So you can't go wrong having one or multiple of these in your portfolio. That's why XRP is on the list. You see ADA, Quant, Algorand, XLM, HBAR, IOTA XDC. So HBAR is doing well, Algorand's doing well, XLM, XDC, Quant, all of these projects I think are great, guys, because ISO is the new international standard for financial messaging that provides a common language and structure for the exchange of electronic data between financial institutions and international payment systems like SWIFT that have been running for, for like 40 or 50 years. So the goal of ISO 222 is to replace the multitude of different messaging formats and protocols using various financial systems. It's not just going to be one project. It's going to be multiple projects working with each other that are interoperable with a unified and standardized approach. So behind the scenes, the banks and the massive financial institutions are adopting the new ISO standard to streamline their operations, reduce complexity, and improve the accuracy and reliability of data exchange. And so I made a video 4 months ago on the channel titled Top 10 Coins to Make Millionaires, and a lot of these projects were on this list. This video has 197,000 views. I'm telling you guys, if you would have watched this video and you would subscribe to the channel and pay attention to these, all of these projects are doing very, very well right now. For example, Algorand was sitting at 11 cents and now Algorand's sitting at 30 cents, and it's just getting started. Algorand got an 87 out of 100 on their Certic score. The graph was sitting at 11 cents at the time of making this video. Now it's sitting at 42 cents. HBAR was sitting at 5 cents, and now HBAR is sitting at 12 cents. So I think these projects are going to continue to perform well the rest of this bull run, because with the new standard going into place for banks and financial institutions, the hedge funds, portfolio capital companies, institutions, and smart retail are going to gobble up these projects. So let me know if you guys hold one or multiple of the projects in the comments below. As always, do your own research, consult your financial advisor, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. And if you want to see the top altcoin picks that we're the most bullish on before we make videos about them, and you want to plug into our private Telegram group and get instant access to our free top 10 altcoin checklist to discover the next 100x crypto yourself, go to bullrunners.com. Click the button on the page, put in your best email address. It's free to do so. You get instant access to our daily video newsletter, where we provide you with the best information to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy, because the spending power of the dollar is going to continue to go down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies are going up in interest. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, stay bullish.